Dondurma ice cream. I think that this time coming here are more caddies. There's a more caddies like there was before. I remember the caddies of Istanbul. This time I feel like I know about twice what I knew before. When I came 6 years ago, I didn't spend much time on it. In the meantime, I kind of let it lie. But I quickly revised because you can pick up gold list long time after you leave it. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well,
And so I could go through again. Maybe it was not a very, very good distillation like a 2/3, more like a 75%. But could distill the original gold list what I've made back 6 years previously, and could then build immediately from the same material back onto it Kelepir Kitap. So could gain quite nice good head start to redo some language, but I didn't spend more than what? I don't suppose I spend more than 10 hours now, and maybe 20 hours in total to learn what little of Turkish I know. But every little help. It is a very nice language, just not so much contact, and so maybe not doing as much as I could visit, but very good, like I say, language. There's another kedi there. Lots of nice live voices singing in almost every cafe. Obviously, disadvantage is that they didn't give up the smoking in the cafes like we have got a ban on in European Union. Here is still to smoke in the cafes, normal thing. So here we got all of the different things like this, all in books, but it's all practically in Turkish. So there's a guy with his little shop based on his wheelchair, like a wheelchair shop. So he got a little business on his own wheelchair, selling tissue papers. Good luck to him. But of course, still majority of words I don't know, and of course, unless you know them, you cannot guess them. So her çarşamba means every Thursday, doesn't it? Her means every. So I think çarşamba was a Thursday, but I'm not sure if I remember it correctly. In any event, it's one of the days of week. So, and more nice live music in there. Bu akşam means this evening. So nice. So this evening got Sinan and Saniye going to sing in there. Nice. This very evening. Or already singing. Talis Cafe. And of course, one thing you will notice if you come to Turkey is their own music. They stick to their own music in the main. Yeah, it's a strong beat, and they don't really like to play much of our music. So it's a big, like, cultural gap. Once you cross into Turkey, you see that they don't really. You can hear the music that they have, and you won't hear many of the songs that we have. It is already very, very different musical ear that they have, and their songs are very complex, in fact. And if you, they might sound a little incomprehensible to us, and therefore not so easy to get along with at first. Although Western people have got used to them, and in the end they can see the richness of it. But I realized one time that really, to them, to their ears, our kind of songs like Beatles or whatever like that, they sound like children's music. And I don't blame them, because sometimes for me too, it sounds like Western music, sometimes sounding like children's music. This is more like got the emotion, got the kind of real spilling out your heart into the song. Much more of an adult kind of music that they have, and one would have to spend a long time to listen, and also to know the language well and to study it a bit to understand it properly. But I think it probably will repay a study, the Turkish music. Of course, it is similar in many ways to what you will hear like Arabian as well music, this whole Oriental, if you like, music. I was expecting that going to the synagogue, that Jewish music will be like this, whereas Jewish music seemed to be much more similar to, at any rate, what is used in the Reform synagogue, what I've been to. Seem very like a typical Western music, and again, much simpler than the sort of things that obviously you can, when you sing it in Hebrew, you can put a bit of a Middle Eastern lilt to it. But and some people are singing a bit that way, you know, especially if they lived in the Middle East and also have a knowledge of Arabic, or have a cultural influence from Middle East. But in the main, what you hear like a Jewish music, it's just like the chanting what is done in some places like Lubavitch, or like the kind of more melodious stuff you will hear in Reform. It's much closer to Western kind of music, much closer to the sort of East European music that you're going to not clean it up. I got your number, matey. So